There's been much said about ego and consciousness. They say that the way to open interdimensional gateways or talk to UFOs or commune with spirits and all this kind of thing is largely related to consciousness. It's either that or hyper advanced physics. So the more accessible thing about this is consciousness rather than hyper advanced physics. But if you're one of those people who can handle hyper advanced physics, well, good for you. But in truth, there's a couple of things I've noticed that when you look at this sort of stuff, especially with meditation and a lot of the times with psychedelics, is they talk about ego death. And I'm not too sure I'm a fan of ego death. Without ego, there's no real you. Now, let's understand that there's definitely going to be a difference between, like, say, being egotistical and being a narcissist and just, being aware that you have value. And I'm a big believer that the individual is sovereign. I think that you, the person watching this, has unbelievable value. Because if that's not true, what's the point of all the suffering you've gone through in your life, all the choices you've made, and all these outside influences and forces, should they exist, which we both know they do? Why would they be trying to influence you while you're alive? Why would there be individual beings that are become ghosts and whatnot? So any organization that tries to tell you that you're not important and to experience, to consume you into the one great whole, I don't know if that's really a good idea. Like, let's consider everyone's really fond of the computer model. But when they talk about the one great consciousness and the and the all and all that jazz, I don't know. I think that, like computers, we all use electricity, but all the wiring and the programming and the memory is different. And there's a good point to try to, develop yourself, become more advanced, but all that is desperate upon the ego. So, sovereignty, your sovereignty, is important. People without sovereignty are easy to control. I mean, without sovereignty, there's no music. Without sovereignty, there's no art. There's no poetry. You have to be an individual to appreciate that. And most of all, without sovereignty, there's no free choice. You're just a machine. You just respond to everything that's going around you. And that's probably what this materialistic, reductionistic viewpoint is trying to communicate to everybody. Now, this is important because as we go forwards, you have to have the right mindset to be able to deal with this kind of stuff. I mean, this stuff is bleeding edge and will make you question the very areas of reality that surround you. So you have to be sure of yourself, not sure of yourself as in overconfident, but sure that you are who you're worth it, you're worthy. And anyone who tells you different is trying to control you, and they're lying.